YouTubers. Well, today we've got ourselves tire troubles. Got the old international paylogger skidder here out and about, and I'm actually out here in my commercial timber cut block here. Spent a couple afternoons here opening road back to the highway, which is about a half-mile back that way. Just cleaning up some of the brush on the sides of the trail here and pushing it back a little bit. I was going to bring the big Timberjack 450 out for doing this, but there's a lot of bumpy, uneven terrain here in the little machine with the narrow blade, and I've got a real sharp cutting edge on it, so it works better for actually shaving and cleaning brush. Right now we had kind of a late winter snow melt here, and then everything froze back up again, and it's not much snow, and the ground is frozen hard like concrete, so it's a real good time to be out clearing open old logging roads and getting my trails back up and running. Like I say, I'm about a half a mile off the highway from where I'm parked here, and then kind of a curve in the trail here, and then it goes down over here. I've got a truck turnaround cleaned out at the other end here, about another quarter mile in. And then just over here, just around the corner here, I've got a nice big landing mostly opened up, and that's where I started getting tire troubles. I didn't punch the tire. What happened is just all the flexing over the years. These front tires have been on here quite a while, and well, now that my tire dealer told me that the tubes that they were supplying at the time that I bought for a whole bunch of my tractor and the logging equipment, turns out that they were subpar quality product. They were bragging at the time that they were the best on the market, but apparently not. So anyways, now these tubes are all slowly starting to let go. Tires still have lots of life left in them. So anyways, today's project, I got to drop this rim off the machine here. I'm going to start it up and lift it up, and I got one wheel stud left holding here. I got one nut left to take off. I came a couple days ago here when I had some free time, and I took all the nuts off all the way around on the rim there. Now I just got the last one loosened up. I just didn't take it off because, like I said, I got to get the machine going and jack it up, and then drop this rim off, and then try and break these tire beads, and then see if I can swap that tube out. I got a brand new tube. I got a brand new tube here again, so I'll go ahead and try and get that tube in here if I can. I don't know. I'll see what I can do. But anyways, I'll set you folks up here on the. We'll take it bit by bit and go slow here. See how far along I get here, how well it goes. So. Okay, I went ahead and pulled the valve stem. All these industrial tires, and well, most of them anyways, and these any of the agricultural or forestry tubes have tire and tube setups have a screw-in valve insert, not just a Schrader valve that goes in there, but an actual brass, an insert that goes into it's a two-piece valve stem. So anyways, I went ahead and took that out because I'm going to be dumping this over, and I got to let the air pressure out of it. Not that there was any air in it, but so that it can breathe in and out while I'm working on it, trying to break the beads. So anyways, like I say, I'm going to try and I've got a homemade wheel wrench here, lug nut wrench, because for whatever reason in our my big industrial set they never had this. Is a 1 3/16 socket or nut on these, and a couple of years ago I bought a 1 3/16 a big name, nice fancy shiny chrome socket. Came out here, like I say, a day or two ago here. I was working on just trying to get these lug nuts off of here. Second lug nut into it. Wouldn't you know it, big brand name fancy chrome socket snapped right in half or whatever just by no, I wasn't using an impact, just a 3/4 inch drive SK ratchet, big old heavy duty industrial SK ratchet, like tools like they were supposed to be made back in the day. And of course Mr. Modern fancy socket couldn't take the pressure and split in half. So that evening when I got home, I went on good old Fleabay and found somebody that had a inch and 3/16 SK vintage socket from the 1960s or 70s. And yes, I bought it and it's in the mail and it's on the way. But in the meantime, I'm still having to use my old homemade lug nut wrench here that my dad made when we first put this machine together, like I say, 25-30 years ago. So it's just essentially like a big, same principle like a big cheap spark plug wrench for a lawnmower or chainsaw. And this is how I took off all 12 of these wheel nuts. So now, I just left the one on here to hold it down. Give you an idea. These are the original lug nut. They're like an acorn nut, like any other automotive style. They got the tapered end. Now, let's see if we can drop this sucker. Yeah. Okay. I'm literally just going to drop it on the ground, drop it down, back the machine up, put the blade on it. I got a wedge block, like I say, on the other side. I took the chainsaw and cut a green poplar, a small green poplar tree here, and whittled it, the end down to fit inside the cradle frame there to jam it up there to hold hold this axle up on this side without the wheel on it. And I'll use the pressure of the blade to help me break it. I've got a big tire slide hammer that you use for breaking beads on these things. So there we go. Now, get this, I'll show you folks what I got going on here on the other side here. Like I say, this will stay up in the air here now that I've got a block of wood there on the other side underneath there. Yeah, it's kind of crude or whatever, but that's how you get things done in the bush when you don't have a service truck nearby. And before any of you chime in saying, well, why don't you just call the tire company and have them come out, and well, you can see here I got right in here I took and cut a little slab off of the top and the bottom, kind of squared it up here, made a cant out of it, and stuck the end of it there in between the frame and the cradle there. So that's mushed in there, and that'll stay in there. That's locked in there now. Anyways, like I was getting back to what I was saying, before any of you say, well, why don't you just call a tire service shop or a tire shop to come out and with a service truck and take and do this for you. Well, where I live here, from the tire service shop is over an hour away, hour and a half for the major tire repair company. And for them to send the truck out here, the local farmers here, I know, they'll pay, just for the service call, you'll pay $250 to $300 just for them to come out. And then you got to pay another $150 an hour for them while they're here pissing around doing this. So if they spend 2 or 3 hours farting around, plus the whatchamacallit, the actual call-out service call. I know one local farmer here, just to get a exact same size of tire, this is a 16.9 by 30, and to get a tractor tire done on his tractor there last summer, I think they charged him something like, I think it was in excess of $600 per tire and wheel to just to swap out a tire. He did a set or whatever. He had one that got poked and blown out, and he had the other one that was dry rotted, so he wanted a new set on, and didn't feel like taking them off the tractor, and he had a nasty surprise. They've raised the prices like crazy in my area here, and I'm sure it's probably like that everywhere else too. But anyways, that's what we're facing here. So costing him, like, with taxes and everything, like over $1,400 just to get 2 tires swapped over and serviced. So just to get this tire off the rim and put a new tube in. Well, not even take it off the rim. All they do would just break the beads and lift the bar the one side up off the rim, and then they would slip a new tube in over 600. That's why I'm doing it myself. I'm not happy about doing it. I've done this for years here. Even years back out my area, they used to charge us like $300 just to do $300 to $400 to do a service, and now, like I say, it's doubled. So we're looking at $600 to do this. So a couple hours of my time, and hopefully I can get this. I've done it before, so we'll do it again. Okay, well, I went ahead and gave a few hits with this tire breaker bar here and this oversized slide hammer here, and it's already starting to shift down on the bead there. The tire's starting to break loose, so I'll film a little bit of this here. I went ahead and took my big parka off because I'm gonna work up a good sweat here right away hammering on this. That's how these things are. They're a tough cookie, but once you get them, the bead broke here, like I say. I brought the air compressor, and I got all my air hoses and everything here so I can swap out the tube and pump everything up, and hopefully I can get this now. I got to try and get this stupid thing rolled over here, and that's the tough part. I'm here by myself. I don't have any help. I might have to give somebody a call to come in and give me a hand, but anyways, I'm going to slowly poke at this here and show you what I'm doing here. This slide bar is another tool that my dad made. It's a homemade. You can buy these commercially. Companies, well, all the big brand name companies that build tire repair tools and spoons and all that. They have these bead breakers. But my dad just copied what he's seen and made one out of a piece of pipe, a bent piece of iron, a shoe that's sharpened a little bit at the end or tapered down, and a solid piece of 1.25 inch steel shaft inside the pipe that acts as a slide hammer. So, yeah. There we go. It's already starting to work my way around a bit. There we go. Just like that. Now we got this side broke loose. There we go. Oh boy. This is the part that I don't look forward to, is trying to get these things up off the ground by yourself. Anything bigger, I don't know if I can do it. I'm standing on ice here, that's the problem. This is a sheet of ice here. Oh boy. I might have to tie a chain to this and drag it around behind the machine and lift it up with the boom and to flip it over. I tried lowering the machine down on the axle on the other side, and because the machine is sitting on a bit of a side slope here, it doesn't show on the camera. What's happening is the back wheel's wanting to come up, so my front hub will be down on the ground before I even get the machine. I thought I'd done it before, but like I say, it's sitting on a stupid side of the slope here. There's like a side slope on the road here, and it's leaning in towards the camera here. So there's always some shit stuck like here. So you can see there's always crap stuck along the rim or whatever for over the years or whatever. When you're working in the bush, you always drive up against a stump or something or whatever, or a piece of wood on the landing or whatever, and it gets wedged in the rim, and between the rim and the tire bead. So that's a very common with these things. Now I don't have very good traction here to stand here. That's the problem. I don't want to fall down and get hurt with this thing, because you can very easily. Oh boy, this is not something that I should be even attempting. I already have a bad back. This is not nope, I'm gonna fall face first with this piece of shit. Damn it! If I was on solid ground, I'd be able to do it, but I'm on a sheet of friggin' ice here. I can't do nothing here. Okay, plan B. Hook a chain to the piece of shit and drag it that way onto some fluid snow, so I've got some dry traction where I can do something. I'm not screwing around getting hurt on account of this piece of shit. I have got hardly any traction at all. Everything is ice here. I can't even hardly get turned around with the truck here too. It doesn't show on the camera, but I'm going at an uphill angle here. Everything is at stupid little anyways. least I'm on some dry hard packed snow here. Got a little bit of traction. Oh, of course. Ah, shit. Well, at least I'm at an uphill angle, forcing it downhill. There, you son of a bitch. Well, let's see if we can get this speed on this side broken. If we can, then we're... It's coming. It's coming. There we go. There we have it. There we go. Yep, we got it. Oh boy. This tube is glued in here. I am going to have my work cut out for me. Holy shit. Oh. Well, okay. The tube is glued to the rim. So, oh boy. Now, I'm sure the guys out there that do this tire service stuff, you're going to be telling me all the things that I do wrong. I'm sure I'm doing it 100% wrong. But, right now it's the only... I don't want to damage my tire because I need my tire back. Ah, come on, you dirty rotten prick. There we go. Slowly start pulling it up. Anyways, you get the idea. I'm gonna keep working my way around. Once I go about halfway around, it'll pop up. Then I gotta get some blocks of wood underneath and lift the tire itself up, leave the rim on the ground, and then work at getting that old tube unglued from that rim. Yeah, that's gonna be a job and a half. Anyways, yeah. I'll get you folks in for a little bit closer view here. So anyways, gives you an idea here of what I'm doing, but like I say, when I get the tire up off the rim here, I'll bring you folks back here so you can see what I'm doing.